Tell me why I just created the greatest killer concept in Dead by Daylight. So hear me out. We're just gonna hop straight into it. Isaac Clarke, the main survivor from Deadspace, the killer that comes with Isaac Clarke, the Ubermorph. The Ubermorph is a regenerative necromorph. He comes in at the very end stage of the game. You dismember him, doesn't matter. He keeps coming. He keeps coming. And here's where it gets interesting, right? Plasma cutters spawn on the map for survivors. Each survivor has to go find a plasma cutter, right? And the plasma cutter comes with one shot, and ammo respawns throughout the duration of the game. Maybe like 60 seconds for each pack of ammo, right? But here's where it gets interesting. So the survivors can dismember the Ubermorph, the killer. They can shoot the leg off the killer, and that'll stun the killer for 5 seconds. They won't be able to move for 5 seconds. They'll fall to the ground and their leg will start regenerating. But the consequence to that is for the next 30 seconds, the Ubermorph gets a 15% haste status effect. Dude, behavior, you have to do that. If you do Dead Space, you have to do this. You shoot the arm off of the Ubermorph. For the next 30 seconds, you get like 8 stacks of save the best for last. And it takes 3 seconds to regenerate the arm of the Ubermorph, and it can attack for that 3 seconds. Also, while you're, since being shot in the leg and regenerating for 5 seconds, and that would also count as dropping a survivor if you're carrying one, the leg can't be shot for the duration of that 30 seconds. So, and then the last one, a headshot on the Ubermorph. So for a headshot counts as a blind for the Ubermorph, except if it's carrying a survivor, it doesn't count as they don't drop the survivor, since the leg shot makes them drop the survivor, right? They're blind for the next 10 seconds as their head's regenerating, but they have a permanent killer instinct. Everything's black, but they have a killer instinct, so they can still. Everything's black, but they still have a killer instinct, so that way they can see a general area of where the survivors are. And for the next 60 seconds after the Ubermorph is headshotted, it has a 32-meter radius of wall hacks. So Ubermorph could be carrying a survivor. You could headshot it, and then you could shoot its leg and make it drop the survivor. And then the third survivor shoots it in the arm. But for the next 30 seconds, you're going to have an absolute monster. You're going to have an Ubermorph that's 15% faster, has 8 stacks to save the best for last, and can see through walls for 60 seconds. Dude, would that be the most fun killer to play against and play as ever of all time? I think so. Because, you're giving the survivors guns. You're giving them plasma cutters. I feel like that they would have so much fun with that. I think he would have like a 20% pick rate, I'm going to be honest. I mean, maybe they don't want that because they want other killers to stay in the spotlight, because the highest killer right now has 8%. But if you gave survivors plasma cutters, bro, and they could shoot the killer, dude,